Have you ever seen dowsing rods being used and wondered how they work? Dowsing rods, also known as divining rods, are usually two L-shaped rods, often made of copper, and believed to reveal the location of underground substances such as water, minerals, and even grave sites. And there's also a Y-shaped version, sometimes in the form of a wooden twig. Dowsing, sometimes called water witching or doodlebugging, is the practice of using these rods for divination. And even though modern technology uses electromagnetic locating or ground-penetrating radar, dowsing still persists today, even showing up on all the popular social media platforms. Dowsing has a history steeped in mystery and maybe a bit of wishful thinking as well. It's a long history, dating back to ancient times when it was used for divination. The Catholic Church actually banned the practice after Martin Luther, a 16th century priest and theologian, deemed it occultism. Despite this, the practice continued, and the first account of using a divining twig to locate water dates back to 1568. Over the centuries, dowsing was used for various purposes, including tracking criminals and locating minerals. A 1778 book even attempted to explain the phenomenon through effluvia, or emanations from substances that supposedly caused the rod to move. Despite its long history, the scientific community now largely considers dowsing a pseudoscience. Numerous studies have been conducted to test its efficacy, and most have concluded that dowsing is only about as effective as random chance. Geologists, archaeologists, and physicists have all weighed in, with the vast majority agreeing that dowsing lacks scientific validity. One of the most significant criticisms of dowsing is the ideomotor phenomenon. This psychological response explains that people make unconscious movements based on their subconscious knowledge or perceptions, maybe even psychic perceptions. In other words, a dowser may think they're being guided by the rods, but their own subtle muscle movements are actually causing the rods to move. It's the same thing that comes into play when using a pendulum to answer questions, or dare I say a Ouija board. But that's another subject for a future video. Adding another layer to the debate is the use of dowsing rods to attempt to communicate with spirits, a practice that is rising in popularity on TikTok and other social media. While the Bible cautions against attempting to contact spirits, the possibility of dowsing being both scientifically plausible and spiritually dangerous is enough to raise some eyebrows. So, is dowsing real or just a bunch of hocus pocus? It seems plausible that, in the hands of a skilled user, maybe it's possible they could really work. However, be sure to use a healthy dose of critical thinking and remember that relying solely on dowsing rods for serious matters like bomb detection or utility location could have very real, and potentially very dangerous, consequences. Ultimately, the decision of whether to believe in dowsing or not is a personal one. Some people have had some positive experiences with dowsing and believe it to be a legitimate practice, while others remain skeptical. Scientific evidence suggests that dowsing is not really a reliable method for finding anything or answering questions. However, the anecdotal evidence and the enduring fascination with this practice suggests that there may just be more to it than meets the eye. Makes you want to grab a pair of dowsing rods and give it a try, doesn't it? Happy dowsing and thanks for watching!